Ever wonder what it actually feels like to have $1 million? How about 10 million? Or $1 billion? Most people have no clue what wealth really means at each level. They think a millionaire lives the same life as a billionaire, just with less money. Wrong. Dead wrong. The difference between each tier of wealth isn't just about the numbers. It's about how you live, what you stress about, and whether or not you're still checking prices at the grocery store. So let's break it down, every single level, from completely broke to obscenely, disgustingly buy a country rich. Let's get into it. Broke, $0 to $1,000. You're not just poor, you're living in financial quicksand. Every step forward gets you sucked back down. Your bank account has more notifications than dollars. You get that little anxiety spike every time you swipe your card, wondering if today's the day it gets declined at the gas station in front of everyone. Your net worth is basically whatever's in your wallet right now, and that's probably like $23 in a receipt from 2 months ago. You can't afford an emergency, not even a small one. If your car breaks down, you're taking the bus. If your phone cracks, you're living with a spiderweb screen until further notice. You know that feeling when you're at the grocery store and you're mentally calculating everything as you go. Then you get to the register and it's more than you thought, so you have to do that awkward "actually, I don't need the chips" thing. Yeah, that's your life, every single time. People say money doesn't buy happiness, and you want to throw something at them. Like, sure, maybe it doesn't. But you know what definitely creates misery? Overdraft fees. Those definitely create misery. Also, eating ramen for the 4th night in a row because you had to choose between groceries and putting gas in your car. At this level, you're not thinking about investing or building wealth. You're thinking about survival. You're thinking about making it to next Friday when you get paid. You're thinking about whether you can ask your parents for help again without feeling like a complete failure. Struggling. $1,000 to $10,000. Congrats, you've got a comma in your net worth. Barely. You're still one bad month away from being completely screwed. But at least now you've got like a week's worth of buffer before the panic sets in. You've got a job, maybe even a decent one, but after rent, car payment, insurance, groceries, and that one streaming service you can't bring yourself to cancel, there's basically nothing left. You're not starving, but you're definitely eating pasta 4 nights a week and calling it meal prep. This is the level where you can technically afford to go out with friends, but you're doing mental math the entire time. 2 drinks max, split the appetizer. Pray nobody suggests going somewhere expensive. When the check comes, you Venmo your exact portion down to the cent because you cannot afford to be generous right now. You've probably got a credit card, and you're probably carrying a balance on it. Not because you're irresponsible, but because sometimes the choice is between putting groceries on the card or not eating. You tell yourself you'll pay it off next month, but next month there's always something else. The thing about this level is that you're working. You're trying. You're doing everything you're supposed to do, but it still feels like you're drowning. You see people on social media taking vacations, buying new stuff, going out to nice dinners, and you're wondering what you're doing wrong. Spoiler alert, probably nothing. The system is just designed to keep you here. You dream about having an emergency fund, like a real one, not the $47 you've got in a savings account that you dip into every other month. You dream about the day when an unexpected $500 expense doesn't send you into a full-blown panic attack. Comfortable. $10,000 to $100,000. This is where breathing gets easier. Not easy, but easier. You've got a real emergency fund now. Not like I can retire tomorrow money, but enough that if your laptop dies or your car needs new tires, you're annoyed, not destroyed. You can go to Target without having a mental breakdown in the checkout line. You can buy the name brand cereal. You can get guacamole at Chipotle without feeling like you just made a financially irresponsible decision. Small wins, but they matter. You're still working, obviously. You're not quitting anything. But the existential dread has dialed back from a 10 to maybe a 6. You've got a 401k that you're actually contributing to, maybe even getting the company match. You might even have a savings account that isn't just called savings, but actually has money in it that's growing. This is middle class, real middle class, not the fake kind politicians talk about. You're doing okay. You're not rich, but you're also not lying awake at 3 a.m. wondering how you're going to pay rent. You can afford your bills, put a little away for the future, and still have enough left over to enjoy life occasionally. Your car is reliable, not fancy, but it runs, and you're not worried it's going to break down every time you drive it. Your apartment or house is decent. Maybe not your dream place, but it's clean, it's safe, and you're not embarrassed to have people over. You can take a vacation once a year. Nothing crazy. Maybe a week somewhere drivable, but it's something. You can actually turn off your brain and relax for a few days without constantly worrying about money. That alone is a luxury most people at the lower levels can't afford. The best part about this level? Options. You've got options now. If you hate your job, you can look for another one without the fear of complete financial ruin. If your car breaks down, you can fix it or buy a used one. If you want to take a course or learn a new skill, you can actually afford it. Freedom starts here, even if it's just a little bit. Affluent, $100,000 to $1 million. You've crossed six figures. You're not wealthy yet, but you're wealthy adjacent. You can feel it. You've probably got a house, or at least you're seriously thinking about buying one. Your car is nice. Not Lambo nice, but like, it's got heated seats, and you didn't buy it used. You take real vacations. Not road trips where you sleep in a motel off the highway. Actual vacations where you fly somewhere and stay in a hotel that has a lobby. You might even go international. You're eating at restaurants where they don't bring the check until you ask for it. Your closet has actual nice clothes in it. Not just stuff from H&M and Old Navy. You've got a few designer pieces, some quality shoes, maybe a nice watch. You look successful because you are successful. People can tell. Here's the thing though, you're still working. You have to work. If you stopped working tomorrow, you'd burn through this money in a few years, maybe less depending on your lifestyle. You're comfortable, very comfortable, but you're not free. Not yet. You're also probably stressed in a different way now. It's not can I afford this stress, it's am I investing correctly stress. Should I max out my Roth IRA stress? Is my portfolio diversified enough stress? Rich people problems, but still problems. You start getting invited to different events, charity dinners, networking mixers, country club type stuff. You're rubbing elbows with people who have real money, and it's both inspiring and slightly depressing because you realize how far you still have to go. Your kids, if you have them, are in good schools. Maybe private schools. They take music lessons, play travel sports, have tutors if they need them. You're setting them up for success in a way your parents maybe couldn't do for you. That feels good, really good. But you're also aware of lifestyle creep. The more you make, the more you spend. That house costs more to maintain. Those vacations add up. The private school tuition isn't cheap. You're making great money, but somehow it still feels like you're not getting ahead as fast as you should be. Rich, $1 million to $10 million. You're a millionaire. Feels good to say it, right? You've officially made it. Most people will never get here, ever. You can retire if you want to. You can actually stop working and live off your investments, assuming you're not an idiot about it and you're following the 4% rule or something similar. Your house is paid off, your cars are paid off, you've got no debt, zero, zilch. That feeling alone is worth $1 million. Oh wait, you literally have $1 million, so yeah, it is worth it. You don't check prices anymore. Not for normal stuff anyway. Groceries, whatever. Dinner, sure. New couch, why not? You're not buying yachts, but you're also not checking your bank account after buying a new TV. You can walk into most stores and buy whatever you want without thinking twice. Your retirement is locked in, secured, done. You've got enough invested that even if the market crashes tomorrow, you'll be fine. You're not working for money anymore. If you're still working, it's because you want to, not because you have to. That's real freedom. You can help people now. Family members who are struggling, friends who need a hand, causes you care about. You can write a check for $10,000, and while you notice it, it doesn't hurt. You're in a position to make a real difference in people's lives, and that's powerful. But here's where it gets weird. You're rich, but you're not rich. You're not showing up to charity galas. You're not buying courtside seats for every game. You're not buying a vacation home in Aspen, unless you're on the higher end of this range. You're wealthy by normal people's standards, but in rich people world, you're basically still middle class. You're probably investing more aggressively now, looking at real estate, maybe some private equity, angel investing in startups. You're trying to get to that next level because you've seen it, you know it exists, and you want it. The weird thing about this level is that you start realizing money doesn't solve everything. Your relationships, your health, your sense of purpose, those things still matter. Maybe even more now that money isn't a constant source of stress. You've got everything you need, so now what? That's the question you're grappling with. Very rich, $10 million to $100 million. This is where life gets stupid, stupid good. You don't just have money, you have whole family and everyone you went to high school with money. You can buy almost anything. Houses, plural. Multiple properties in different cities, different countries even. Cars, plural. A garage that looks like a luxury dealership. You can fly first class without thinking about it. Actually, scratch that. You can fly private if you want to. It's expensive, sure, but you can swing it for special occasions or even regularly if you're smart about it. You're not worried about retirement. You're not worried about your kids' college. Hell, you're not worried about your grandkids' college. You're not worried about anything financial ever again. You could light $10,000 on fire every single day and still die wealthy. That's not a recommendation, but you could. The only thing you can't do is be truly reckless. You can't buy a sports team, at least not a major one. You can't buy an island. Well, maybe a small one. You can't fund a space program. But honestly, who cares? You've got everything you could possibly need, and most of what you could possibly want. People treat you differently now. They smile more. They laugh at your jokes even when they're not funny. Doors open, literally and figuratively. You've entered the room where it happens, and it's pretty nice in here. Maitre d's remember your name. Hotel managers upgrade you automatically. Life is just easier. You employ people. Not just like you have a cleaning service. You have staff, a personal assistant, maybe a chef, definitely financial advisors and accountants who manage your wealth. Your money makes money while you sleep, and it makes a lot of it. Your kids are set for life, and you're thinking about generational wealth now. Trusts, estate planning, making sure your family stays wealthy long after you're gone. You're building a legacy, whether you intended to or not. But here's the catch. You're probably working harder than ever, or you were until you got here. This level of wealth doesn't usually happen by accident. You built something, sold something, invested early in something. You've got scars and stories, and probably a few relationships that didn't survive the climb. Filthy rich. $100 million to $1 billion. You've transcended normal human existence. Money isn't real to you anymore. It's just numbers on a screen that keep going up. You employ people whose entire job is to figure out what to do with all your money. Like that's literally their full-time job, and you employ multiple people to do it. You can buy anything except immortality, and honestly you're probably funding research into that too. Sports team? Sure, you could buy a stake in one or even a smaller market team outright. Private island? Why not? Pick one. Politician? Absolutely. You've got the kind of money that influences elections. You're not just rich, you're influential. People return your calls. Important people. Your house isn't a house anymore, it's an estate. Or multiple estates. We're talking 20,000 square feet minimum. Wine cellars, home theaters, tennis courts, the works. You've got homes in multiple countries and you travel between them on your private jet. Not rented. Yours. You own it. Your kids, grandkids and great-grandkids will never have to work. Ever. You've created a dynasty. Your last name means something now. Not like famous necessarily, but in certain circles people know it and respect it. You're probably in some directory of high net worth individuals. The weird part, you probably still have problems. Different problems, sure. Like which of your houses to spend the holidays at. Or whether your yacht needs an upgrade because it's only 150 feet and you saw someone with a 200-footer. Or if you should buy that Picasso or wait for a better piece to come on the market. But problems nonetheless. You're in rooms with other people at this level and you're all kind of casually competing. Who's got the bigger yacht, the nicer jet, the more impressive art collection? It's silly. You all know it's silly, but you're all still doing it. You donate millions to charity, have buildings named after you, sit on boards of major institutions. You're a philanthropist now, whether you started out wanting to be one or not. It's just what people at this level do. Plus, the tax benefits are pretty nice. Your security is serious. You've got people whose job is to keep you and your family safe. You can't just walk around anymore like a normal person. That ended a long time ago. There's always someone who wants something from you. Billionaire. $1 billion and counting. You've won capitalism. Game over. You have more money than you could spend in 100 lifetimes. Your wealth has its own gravitational pull. It just generates more wealth automatically. You could spend $1 million a day for 3 years and still be a billionaire. Think about that. You don't live in the same world as everyone else anymore. You've got security teams. You've got staff. You've got people who manage the people who manage your money. You probably own a newspaper or a social media company or something just because you felt like it. You're buying things for fun that other people buy to make money. Countries care what you think. Presidents take your calls. You can single-handedly change industries, fund causes, or destroy competitors. You're not just rich, you're powerful. There's a difference. You can influence policy, shape public opinion, fund entire political movements. Your money is a weapon, and you know how to use it. Your yacht has a yacht. Your plane is a 747 or a custom Gulfstream that costs $70 million. Your car collection is worth more than most people will earn in their entire lives. You own things that most people don't even know exist. You're probably not that happy though. Sounds weird, right? But studies show that once you hit this level, more money doesn't correlate with more happiness. You've got everything money can buy, but you can't buy time, you can't buy health, you can't buy real relationships with people who like you for you and not your money. Everyone wants something from you. Every conversation is transactional. Every new person you meet, you're wondering what their angle is. Trust is the rarest commodity in your life, and you can't buy it. And here's the kicker. You probably still wake up and check your net worth. Still trying to get to that next level. Because at this point, it's not about the money. It never was. It's about the score. It's about being the richest person in the room, then the city, then the country, and the game never ends. The only way out is death, or giving it all away, and most billionaires don't do either until they're forced to. So there you have it. Every level of wealth, from absolutely nothing to more money than that guy called Mansa Musa. Each level has its own problems, its own stresses, its own version of what it means to make it. The broke person thinks the comfortable person has it all figured out. The comfortable person thinks the millionaire has it all figured out. The millionaire thinks the billionaire has it all figured out. But the truth is, nobody has it all figured out. Money solves money problems, but it doesn't solve life problems. The question is, where are you right now? And more importantly, where do you want to be? Because here's the thing, getting rich is possible. It's hard, it takes time, it takes sacrifice, but it's possible. You've just got to decide what level you're aiming for and what you're willing to do to get there. Let me know in the comments what level you're at and where you're trying to go. And if you found this helpful, smash that like button and subscribe because we've got a lot more content coming on how to actually build wealth at every level. See you in the next one.